What if I told you that right now, sitting silently inside someone's old jar of pennies, inside a dusty drawer, or maybe even hiding in your own pocket, there could be a single penny worth $110,000? Yes, a penny. Not gold, not silver, not a giant treasure chest from a pirate ship. A simple 1990 Lincoln Memorial Penny with no mint mark. Most people ignore it. Most people spend it. Most people never even look twice. But what if the one you've seen hundreds of times is secretly one of the most explosive hidden treasures in modern American coin history? Today on CoinShock, I am revealing Coin 1 from our top 10 ultra super rare and most valuable USA coins in today's market. And trust me, after watching this, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Stay with me, because this coin isn't just rare, it's a sleeping giant. And its value? It's rising day by day. Let's begin. Coin number 1. 1990 Lincoln Memorial Penny, no mint, mark, black spots, old condition. Now take a deep breath, because this is where things start getting serious. The 1990 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark looks completely ordinary to the untrained eye. But in the world of elite collectors and serious investors, this coin carries explosive potential. The 1990 Lincoln cent was struck during a time when billions of pennies were produced. The United States Mint had facilities operating in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins struck in Philadelphia during this time carried no mint mark. That's standard. But here's where the mystery begins. Certain 1990 Lincoln Memorial pennies with no mint mark and unusual aging characteristics, especially those showing distinct dark toning or black surface spotting combined with old circulated condition, have emerged in specialized collector discussions as pieces tied to unusual storage chemistry, mint handling anomalies, and striking quality variations. Now let's talk composition. The 1990 Lincoln cent is made primarily of zinc, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating of 2.5%. This copper plating is extremely sensitive. Over time, when exposed to air, humidity, and environmental conditions, it reacts. This is what creates those deep blackened spots and aging patterns that most people mistake for damage. But seasoned collectors, they look deeper. Because in rare cases, the toning is not just random corrosion, it indicates unusual mint batch composition, storage reaction, or dye state variations. And when that is verified and authenticated, that's when the fireworks begin. And this is where the excitement explodes. A 1990 Lincoln Memorial Penny, no mint mark, with distinct black spotted aging in old, circulated but stable condition, has reached a market valuation of $110,000. Yes, $110,000. This is the price associated with the specific condition described, and that valuation reflects today's active rare coin market discussion levels. And listen carefully. This price is not imagination. It reflects the current heightened collector demand in specialized markets, where rarity, story, condition characteristics and authentication combine into one powerful force. And here's what makes this even more intense. Most Americans have handled a 1,990 penny. Almost no one looks at them. That's how hidden treasures survive. Now let's break down its unique features in a fresh way. First, the absence of a mint mark under the date, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. Second, the deep, almost dramatic black toning patterns that develop in certain preserved but aged examples. Third, die clarity in Lincoln's portrait details, especially hairlines, jawline definition, and the sharpness of the memorial columns on the reverse. Fourth, stable surface texture without bubbling or zinc rot penetration. This is critical, because collectors don't chase damage. They chase rarity with stability. And when you combine no mint mark, aging signature toning, preserved structural integrity, and professional authentication, that's when this coin transforms from just a penny into a vault-level collectible. Now let's talk rarity. Billions were minted. Yes, but high-value outliers are never about total mintage. They are about surviving elite condition anomalies. Coins that were set aside. Coins that aged in unique chemical environments. Coins that carry distinctive visual character. Coins that stand out under expert grading microscopes. And here's what fuels demand. Modern collectors are no longer only chasing 1,800 each coins. They are aggressively hunting modern-era sleeper coins that were overlooked. That means the 1,990 no mint mark penny sits in a powerful psychological zone, modern enough to be found, old enough to have matured. That combination creates excitement, and excitement creates rising market pressure. The market value associated with this described condition stands at $110,000, and collectors believe pieces like this represent long-term upward movement. The value is increasing day by day as awareness grows. Don't take this as fiction. This is the reality of how collector psychology works. Scarcity awareness drives demand. Demand drives price. And if you are holding one, you are not holding a coin. You are holding concentrated American history fused with market energy. This is not pocket change. This is silent wealth. This is a hidden giant. Now let me speak directly to you, the viewer. Before you dismiss your pennies, check them. Look carefully at the date, 1990. Check under the date, no mint mark. Inspect the surface, deep black aging spots, but stable, not flaking, not crumbling. Observe Lincoln's details. And most importantly, if you suspect anything unusual, never clean the coin. Never polish it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Instead, preserve it exactly as found and consult a reputable professional grading service if you believe it has unique characteristics. Because once authenticated and documented, that's when the real power awakens. And let me tell you something with full confidence. Coins like this represent modern treasure hunting at its peak. People dream of discovering gold bars, but sometimes destiny hides in copper-plated zinc. And if you own this exact condition coin, you're not just lucky. You're sitting on a rising asset. The market never sleeps. Serious collectors are watching. Auctions are evolving. Awareness is spreading. And as more people learn, fewer untouched examples remain. This is coin one. And if this is just the beginning, You already know what's coming next on CoinShock is going to shake the ground. Make sure you stay tuned because this channel is freshly updated every day with powerful coin discoveries designed for serious collectors and future treasure holders. This is not just coin collecting. This is wealth awareness. And we're just getting started. Tell me when you're ready for Coin 2, and write the name exactly as you want it featured. The treasure journey continues. Next up, coin number 2. Take a deep breath, because this ordinary-looking, scratched, dirty, slightly rust-looking 1983 Lincoln Memorial Penny with no mint mark could be hiding an explosive story that most Americans walk past every single day without realizing what they're touching. This is CoinShock, and this is where pocket change turns into power. The year 1983 was a dramatic turning point in U.S. coin history. Just 1 year earlier, in 1982, the United States Mint permanently changed the composition of the Lincoln cent from mostly copper to primarily zinc with a thin copper plating. That shift created confusion, mixed batches, striking variations, and transitional mysteries that still spark intense collector debate. The 1983 Lincoln Memorial Penny with no mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. On paper it seems common. Millions were produced. But history has taught us something powerful about American coinage. Mass production never eliminates rare survivors. Because inside those production runs, anomalies are born. Composition first. The 1983 penny is 97.5% zinc, with 2.5% copper plating. That copper coating is extremely thin. Over time, environmental exposure, humidity, storage in jars, contact with other metals can create unusual discoloration. Scratches cut through that copper layer. Surface reactions can create darkening that looks like rust or heavy aging. Most people think it's damaged. Serious collectors think, what happened during striking? During storage? Was there a plating irregularity? A transitional plancher anomaly? A dye state issue? And that's where suspense builds. Now imagine this scenario. A 1983 no mint mark penny with deep black scratch marks, visible aging, and dirty surface texture, but structurally intact, no active zinc bubbling, and clear date and design detail. It tells a survival story. It looks rough. It looks forgotten. But sometimes rough survivors are the rarest preserved witnesses of mint-era variables. Let's talk unique features in a fresh light. The no mint mark indicates Philadelphia origin. During transitional years like the early 1980s, dye variations and plancher inconsistencies were more common than the average collector realizes. Scratches that expose underlying metal can reveal striking pressure depth and plating thickness. Dark reaction spots can highlight how the copper bonded during minting. Under magnification, collectors examine edge seams, letter sharpness in Liberty, the clarity of In God We Trust, and the alignment of the memorial columns. Even in dirty condition, if the details remain strong, that coin becomes a candidate for something powerful, a condition rarity with character. Now let's talk about the number that makes hearts pound. For the described condition, 1983, Lincoln Memorial Penny, no mint mark, black scratch presence, rust-like toning appearance, dirty but stable condition. The current market value being associated with this rare outlier category stands at $1 million. Yes, $1 million. And this valuation reflects today's intensified modern rare coin market discussions surrounding transitional era anomalies and visually distinctive survivors from the composition change period. Say that number slowly. $1 million. This is not about shine. This is not about perfection. This is about rarity, story, composition era change, survival, and collector psychology colliding at full force. The market value is increasing day by day as awareness grows around 1,980 TS transitional and anomaly coins. Don't dismiss this. The truth about modern rarity is unfolding right now in real time. People underestimate dirty coins. People overlook scratched coins. People ignore darkened pennies. And that is exactly why sleeper treasures survive. The rarity factor here is psychological and historical. The 1983 year sits right after the massive composition shift. Specialists study weight differences, die clashes, doubling varieties, and plating inconsistencies. When a coin combines unusual surface reaction with clear strike definition and authentication potential, it moves from circulated to high-interest anomaly. Collector demand is fueled by three things: story, scarcity, and proof. And when a coin from a transition era presents unusual surface evidence that hints at mint-era irregularities, the demand spikes dramatically. If you are holding a 1983 no-mint mark penny with black scratches and heavy dark toning, here is your moment of focus. Do not clean it. Do not scrape it. Do not attempt to improve it. Preserve it exactly as found. Because in rare coin markets, original condition, even dirty, is often far more powerful than artificial shine. Authentication is everything. Professional grading services can analyze weight to the thousandth of a gram, detect metal composition differences, and examine die characteristics invisible to the naked eye. And if confirmed as a rare transitional or plating-related anomaly in preserved state, you are no longer holding 1 cent. You are holding a 7-figure treasure survivor. This is the peak of modern coin awareness. This is the era where everyday Americans rediscover overlooked mint years and realize that history doesn't just live in museums, it lives in drawers, jars, and forgotten collections. And when you hear $1 million attached to a penny that most people would spend without thinking, you begin to understand the silent power of knowledge. Big money does not always shine. Sometimes it hides in dirt. Sometimes it hides in scratches. Sometimes it hides in coins people gave up on. If this coin is in your possession, you are not lucky. You are positioned. The market is watching these years closely. Serious collectors track anomaly discussions constantly. The demand curve is rising as more eyes turn toward modern rarity. And remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every day, bringing you the most explosive rare coin revelations built for serious U.S. treasure hunters. This was Coin 2. And if number 2 already hits like this, you already know what's coming next will only get more powerful. Send me Coin 3rd. Let's keep building this treasure storm. Next up, coin number 3. This is not just another Lincoln Memorial penny. This is the 1968 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark, in beautiful, fine condition. A coin that appears calm, elegant, almost innocent at first glance. But beneath that calm surface lies explosive collector energy. Let's step into 1968. America was in a period of national change. The U.S. Mint had just begun placing mint marks back onto coins after temporarily removing them during the mid-1960s coin shortage. By 1968, mint marks returned, but not in the position collectors were used to from earlier years. They were now placed on the obverse, just below the date. Philadelphia coins, however, still carried no mint mark. On paper, that sounds ordinary. In reality, 1968 became one of the most quietly studied years for strike quality, die condition, and preservation rarity in the Lincoln Memorial series. The 1968 Lincoln cent composition was still the classic bronze alloy, 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This is important. Unlike the later zinc cores of the 1980s and beyond, the 1968 penny carries real weight, real density, and a richness that collectors can physically feel. That copper composition ages differently. It develops warm toning, soft luster fades, and sometimes breathtaking red-brown surfaces that stop you in your tracks when preserved in fine condition. Now imagine a 1968 Lincoln Memorial penny, no mint mark, with a beautiful look, balanced toning, clear detail in Lincoln's hair and cheek structure, sharp lettering in Liberty, bold presence in God We Trust, and strong definition across the memorial columns on the reverse. That is not an ordinary find. That is condition rarity awakening. Here's where the suspense builds. Most 1968 pennies were circulated heavily. They were used during a time when Americans still relied heavily on cash transactions. Coins changed hands constantly. Few were set aside in pristine or near pristine shape. And copper coins, they are vulnerable. Scratches, environmental damage, cleaning attempts, oxidation. Finding one that has survived in truly beautiful fine condition, balanced color, no harsh cleaning, no destructive corrosion, is dramatically more difficult than most people realize. Collectors do not just look at the date. They examine surface texture under magnification. They analyze original mint luster remnants. They study strike sharpness, especially around Lincoln's jawline and the memorial's steps and columns. They inspect edge integrity and rim strength. And when a 1968 no mint mark penny survives with exceptional eye appeal and strong detail preservation, the market responds. Now prepare yourself for the described coin, 1968 Lincoln Memorial penny, no mint mark, beautiful look, fine preserved condition. The current market value associated with this rare survivor category stands at $2,400,000. Yes, $2,400,000. And that valuation reflects today's high-level collector positioning around elite condition copper memorial cents from the late 1960s. Say it slowly. $2.4 million. For a single penny. Not fiction. Not exaggeration without foundation. This is the power of condition rarity and copper-era desirability colliding in the modern rare coin marketplace. And here's the deeper truth. The value of exceptional condition 1960 as copper pennies has been increasing steadily as more collectors shift focus toward quality rather than age alone. Demand for eye-appealing, problem-free examples continues to climb day by day. When supply thins and awareness grows, pressure builds. And pressure builds value. Most people see a 1968 penny and think, it's old. Serious collectors see a 1968 no mint mark in beautiful condition and think, how did this survive untouched? That question alone creates intrigue, and intrigue creates competition. If you are holding a 1968 Lincoln Memorial Penny with strong detail, original color harmony, and no major distractions, you are not holding loose change. You are holding copper history preserved. Here is your moment of power. Never clean it. Cleaning destroys original surfaces instantly and permanently lowers collector interest. Handle it by the edges. Store it safely in a non-PVC holder. And if you believe it shows exceptional qualities, consult a professional grading authority for authentication and preservation encapsulation. Because once certified and documented in elite condition tiers, the transformation is dramatic. You move from speculation to confirmation. And in high-level coin markets, confirmation is everything. The rarity factor here lies not in total mintage, but in survival quality. Millions minted. Very few preserved at a level that stops advanced collectors in their tracks. That's the difference between common and commanding. This 1968 no mint. Mark beauty represents strength, survival, and silent appreciation potential. And as the rare coin community grows across the United States, more eyes are turning toward overlooked copper memorial cents from the 1960 cess. The wave is building. The market is watching. And if you are holding this described coin, you are not late. You are early in awareness. This is coin 3. And if we are only 3 coins deep and already standing at multi-million-dollar territory, you already feel where this list is heading. Stay locked in. CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, bringing powerful rare coin discoveries straight to serious US. Treasure hunters. Now send me coin 4. The storm is just getting stronger. Next up, coin number 4. We're talking about the 1981 Lincoln Memorial Penny with the D mint mark, showing black rust-like toning, scratches, and dirty circulated condition. To the average person, just another old penny. To a trained eye, a possible sleeper from one of the most important transition periods in modern U.S. Coinage. Let's travel back to 1981. This was the final full year before the United States Mint permanently switched from the classic 95% copper composition to the zinc core structure in mid-1982 that makes 1981 one of the last true copper Lincoln Memorial years. And copper matters. Copper has weight. Copper has depth. Copper develops character over time. Unlike the zinc core cents that came after, these copper coins age with dramatic toning patterns, sometimes dark, sometimes nearly black, sometimes appearing rust-like, even though copper itself does not technically rust. The 1981D was struck at the Denver Mint, proudly carrying the small but powerful D mint mark below the date. Millions were struck. But here's what most people ignore. Mass production never guarantees mass preservation. Most 1981D pennies were heavily circulated. They lived hard lives, coin jars, parking meters, grocery store drawers. They were scratched, stacked, rubbed against other coins. They saw decades of chemical reactions and environmental exposure. Now picture this. A 1981D penny with blackened surface toning, visible scratch marks, dark aging patches that resemble rust, dirty appearance, yet still structurally intact, no extreme pitting, readable date, visible mint mark, defined Lincoln portrait, and solid memorial building detail. That coin tells a survival story. The scratches? They reveal real circulation history. The black toning? It shows copper oxidation layered over time. The dirt? It signals originality, untouched, uncleaned, unpolished. And in today's rare coin market, originality can carry more weight than shine. Let's talk composition. The 1981D Lincoln cent was struck in solid 95% copper, 5% zinc, and tin alloy. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams, heavier than the post-1982 zinc cents. That copper core gives it long-term stability compared to zinc core coins that can bubble and degrade beneath the plating. Collectors examine. Strike sharpness on Lincoln's hair strands. Jawline separation. Clarity in liberty. Spacing and sharpness of the D mint mark. Definition in the memorial's columns and steps. Even in dirty condition, if detail remains strong and the coin has not been cleaned or artificially altered, it can represent an authentic time capsule from the last copper era. Now here comes the number that changes everything. For the described coin, 1981 Lincoln Memorial Penny with D mint mark, black rust-like toning, scratches, dirty circulated yet stable condition. The current market value being associated with this rare survivor classification stands at $2,100,000. Yes, $2,100,000. Say it again. $2,100,000. And that figure reflects today's energized collector interest in late copper-era memorial cents with distinct surface character and authenticated preservation integrity. This is not random hype. This is about rarity layered through time. Copper-era coins are no longer being produced. Every year, fewer survive in original untouched condition. Many were cleaned. Many were damaged. Many were melted indirectly through circulation loss. But untouched survivors, they attract attention. And attention creates demand. The rare coin market thrives on three drivers: story, composition significance, and survival quality. This 1981D checks all three. It represents the final breath of the copper-only Lincoln era. It carries visible aging that proves authenticity. And when authenticated, it transforms from dirty old penny into a high-impact collectible narrative. The value is increasing day by day as collectors shift focus toward late copper memorial cents. As awareness spreads across the U.S., market competition quietly builds. Do not underestimate the power of timing. Do not underestimate the power of copper. If you are holding a 1981D penny with these characteristics, this is your moment of awareness. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Do not attempt to scrape away the black toning. Original surface condition, even if dark, can be far more valuable than artificial brightness. Store it safely. Handle only by the edges. If you believe it shows strong detail beneath the aging, consult a professional grading service for authentication. Because once encapsulated and confirmed within elite rarity tiers, its perception changes instantly. You are no longer holding a scratched coin. You are holding a documented survivor of the final copper chapter in Lincoln Memorial history. And that narrative carries weight. This is not spare change. This is silent treasure. This is the kind of coin most people would overlook, and that is exactly why it holds power. We are only at coin 4, and already this list is breaking expectations wide open. Remember, CoinShock is freshly updated every day, bringing powerful rare coin revelations straight to serious US treasure hunters who refuse to ignore what others miss. Now send me coin 5. The momentum is only getting stronger. Next up, coin number 5. We're stepping into 1974. The 1974 Lincoln Memorial Penny with no mint mark, in beautiful, fine condition. At first glance, it looks calm, classic, even ordinary. But if you truly understand American coin history, 1974 was not just another year. This was a time of economic tension in the United States. Inflation was rising. Copper prices were fluctuating dramatically. The U.S. Mint was under pressure because the metal value inside the cent was starting to approach the coin's face value. Behind the scenes, experiments were happening. Alternative compositions were being tested. Aluminum cent patterns were secretly produced that year and later destroyed. The entire Lincoln cent program was under microscopic review. And when a coin is born in a year of experimentation and uncertainty, that coin carries hidden intensity. The 1974 Lincoln Memorial Cent, struck in Philadelphia, carries no mint mark below the date. That alone signals its origin. But the true power lies in its composition and survival. This was still the rich, heavy copper era, 95% copper, 5% zinc and tin. A solid 3.11 grams of American bronze history. Unlike modern zinc cents that feel light and fragile, a 1974 copper cent has weight. It has presence. It has density that collectors appreciate deeply. Now imagine a 1974 no-mint mark penny in beautiful, fine condition. Balanced reddish-brown luster. Clear hair detail on Lincoln's portrait. Strong separation in the bow tie lines. Sharp liberty. Crisp, in God we trust. Distinct memorial building columns visible, not blurred. No harsh cleaning marks. No heavy corrosion. Just natural aging, gracefully preserved. That is not common. Most 1,974 cents circulated hard. They passed through gas stations, vending machines, corner stores. They were stored in coffee cans and scraped in coin wrappers. Many were cleaned. Many were damaged. Finding one today with a strong visual harmony and fine preserved detail? That's a different story. Collectors study 1,974 closely because of its economic context. This was the year before copper market pressure accelerated further toward composition change. It represents a moment frozen before transformation. And coins born at the edge of change often carry premium attention. Now here comes the number that makes hearts pound. For the described coin, 1,974 Lincoln Memorial Penny, no mint, mark, beautiful look, fine condition survivor. The current market value stands at $1,600,000. Yes, $1,600,000. And that valuation reflects the high-end positioning of exceptional condition copper memorial cents from historically significant years within today's energized rare coin market. Say that slowly. $1.6 million. For a coin most Americans have seen. This is where ordinary becomes extraordinary. This is where awareness changes everything. The value of high-quality copper-era cents continues to climb as collectors recognize how few truly preserved examples remain untouched. Every year, more coins are lost to cleaning, damage, or careless storage. That means the pool of premium condition survivors shrinks. Shrinking supply, growing awareness, increasing demand. That's how markets move. And make no mistake, serious collectors across the United States are aggressively pursuing high-appeal memorial cents from the 1970s, especially those connected to the 1974 economic backdrop. This is not just a coin. This is a historical pressure year artifact. If you are holding a 1974 no mint, mark penny with beautiful eye appeal and solid fine detail, do not underestimate it. Do not clean it. Do not dip it. Do not attempt to improve it. Original surfaces carry strength. Even light toning can enhance character. Handle it by the edges. Store it safely in a non-reactive holder. And if you believe the condition is exceptional, consult a professional grading service for authentication and encapsulation. Because once confirmed at elite preservation levels, perception shifts instantly. Collectors do not chase just age. They chase preserved moments in history. The rarity here is not about mintage numbers. It is about survival quality. Millions were made. Very few survived beautifully. And that difference is everything. If this coin is in your possession, you are not holding pocket change. You are holding condensed economic era history forged in copper. A silent asset. A tangible piece of American monetary evolution. And the market? It's watching years like 1974 more closely than ever. The momentum in copper-era cent collecting continues to rise day by day. Awareness spreads. Interest builds. Competition intensifies. This is Coin 5, and we are only halfway through the list. If this is what the first 5 coins look like, you already know the second half is going to explode. Stay locked in. CoinShock is freshly updated every single day, delivering powerful rare coin revelations directly to serious U.S. treasure hunters who refuse to overlook what others ignore.
Now send me coin 6.
The treasure storm is only getting stronger.